Hello friends, myself Tejaswini. Welcome you to Acharya 90 FM. Today we have our guest interview. We have guest Mr. Ravi. He is a Navy officer. So we'll be discussing about all the Navy officials and what are the courses of Navy. And he'll be guiding us how to seek admission for Navy and how to get the jobs in the Navy field. So overall he'll be discussing about Navy related to both the Merchant Navy and
Indian Navy.
Indian Navy,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So first of all, Ravi, I would like to welcome you on Acharya 90 FM
Thank you so
radio
much.
station.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Ravi sir, let us know first of all about yourself, how you developed to and the skills of getting into a Navy field, and what are your education background and about your family.
Yeah. First of all, I will tell you that I completed my plus two. Like I completed my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya Pithoragarh. It is in Uttarakhand. And after clearing my exams over there, I applied for the Merchant Navy.
Okay.
And I got selected in Merchant Navy. And then actually, first of all, I would like to tell you that this field, Merchant Navy, is really good. Actually, who wants to go to sea, who wants to explore the world. And but sometimes people get confused also, that what is Indian Navy and what is the Merchant Navy. So these two are basically different things. If we talk about Indian Navy, they totally are into the defense, the defense sector of India, like protecting India. It is like an Indian Army and Indian Air Force, and similarly Indian Navy. So these three things are in the one side. So Indian Navy is on the one corner and Merchant Navy is on the another corner. Okay. So both are different fields. So Merchant Navy, basically we are working on the trading. Okay. Like we work on the cargo ships, trading from one country to another country. There are different kind of ships like tankers, containers, bulk carriers, capesizes, VLCCs. Okay. So different kind of ships we have, different cargos. So traveling from one country to another, and that's what the stuff about the Merchant Navy. Yeah. And if you want to join the Merchant Navy, there are various ways, and somebody, it's good, like if somebody can guide you, if you know someone who is working already there, he is a better person, I think, who has a practical experience about the field. Like if you want to join army, if you meet army officer, it's a good thing. He can guide you better because he has gone through, he has lived that life. So you can go through to that. So as I told you, if you meet a person, that is good
the path
thing.
Becomes much easier.
Much easier. But nowadays, there is an internet facility. You can go through the internet. You can search about what is Merchant Navy and how to join. There are different companies. So first of all, what happens if you want to join Merchant Navy, you have to apply for the IMU. There is the Indian Maritime University. Okay. And then you clear their exams. Then you got selected. And then you have to apply in the companies like Maersk Line, Anglo-Eastern, Synergy, and then you got selected. So this is the procedure basically.
So when we were discussing about you, so you told me that your father is into army services. Exactly. So you got influenced by his personality, and you wanted to become an army officer. Yes. But later on you switched to Navy department. So how was your family background and family contribution in your career?
Yes, you are very true that my father is an army personnel. Now he is retired, and actually I wanted to join the Indian Army. I wanted to be an army officer, and I gave after clearing my exam plus two, I applied for the NDA National Defence Academy. Okay. I gave the written test. I cleared that test. Then I got selected for the SSB, which is the Service Selection Board in Bhopal, and I unfortunately I couldn't be I couldn't get there. And in 5 days duration, but I learned a lot of things. I met too many officers over there, and I learned a lot of things, and that was really a learning lesson for me, because you get to know yourself. Yeah, where you stand. Yeah. Where you stand. Yeah. You meet different people, and they talk about, especially if we are talking about the army, they talk about your fitness. Yeah. Be it a mental fitness, be it is a physical fitness. So this thing has impacted me even today. As I was discussing with you, even today I am into the fitness. In the morning it is my fixed routine. For 1 hour I have to do the workout. Because if you are physically fit, then you are mentally fit. And whatever job you have been given in a day, you can do it more better. So that way Indian Army has affected me, and definitely I have a family background. Since my childhood, I have seen my father working for Indian Army, going into the border, or working on the different places in India. And in fact, I got opportunity to visit Pune, Nagpur, because they have army, these things,
Okay, so
centers.
yeah, centers, yeah.
So
Training
yeah,
institutes,
kind of training institutes. So I got that opportunity. I saw people, soldiers very closely, how they live, what about their personal life, their professional life. So it was a learning lesson for me. So that's how I got impacted. I got this inspiration to join Indian Army. But God wanted something else.
Yeah.
So but now.
But
so
now
I'm-
also you're placed in a very good position.
Thank you,
That
thank
is a merchant navy. That you're also serving the country.
Yeah, thank
you. Great for that.
Thank you so
And
much.
now I would like to ask, what are the exactly how to get into navy course? Our
Yes.
students are listening this Acharya 90 FM, and it's a college radio station.
Okay.
So most of they don't know how to pursue. Which are the institutes who offer the courses for
Yes.
navy, Indian Army, Navy.
Exactly.
These are the courses, and
Exactly.
we students they know the students they know about air hostess course.
Okay.
That is very familiar to us, but
Okay.
this government body, and it's a government job, right? So how to pursue the course, and how is the training given? Which are the institute who are giving the training? That you please specify.
Yeah, I will tell you from the starting itself. If you want to join a merchant navy, there are various sectors actually. If I talk about the departments on the ships,
Yeah.
we have an engine department.
Mm.
For that, you have to do the course,
Mm.
and you have a deck department. For that, you have to do the course,
Mm.
and there is a catering department,
Okay.
like chief cook.
How to serve?
Yes,
how
these
to cook.
people.
Ah.
Yes, these people are basically, as you told.
Hotel management guys.
Yes, hotel management guys. And in Mumbai itself, in T.S. Rahman, we have a college over here where they are conducting these courses, be it a engine course, be it a deck officer course, or be it a catering course. So you guys can go through, because now it's a internet era. You can easily go through T.S. Rahman, and whatever courses they are offering, depending upon your suitability, like what qualifications you have got. You have done your PCM, you are a science student, and you are just passing your plus class 12th. You can go for this deck officer course. You can apply for that. And if you if you think like you are an engine, you have done some kind of mechanical engineering and all, you can go for the GME course. And then you have done some kind of hotel management courses, and you are aspiring for that, you can go to the catering courses. So these basically three sectors. And I will tell you, this merchant navy is basically a civil sector. It is like a civil aviation.
Yeah,
like in India, aviation is like there. So it's like that only difference is that we are carrying the cargo from one country to another country. But yes, we are a part of India. Like we have a governing body, which is a Directorate General of Shipping, DG Shipping of India. So you guys can go through the DG Shipping of India also. You can search the various approved institutes by DG Shipping of India. In which institute you can apply, in which institute you can go and learn. It's not just in Mumbai, it's in
All over
everywhere
India.
in
All
India,
over.
be it north, east, because if somebody is living in north, it's sometimes very difficult for him to come to Mumbai or in south, because it's very far. But DG Shipping has done things very simple. They have given their institutes in all over the India. Whichever is closer to you, you can go reach these people. You can go itself to the institute. These people will guide you better, depending upon your qualifications. And then you can select the stream, then you can select the sector, be it a deck, engine, or a catering department, and you can start your training, and then you'll be selected for the merchant navy by various companies. Who has got the ships actually.
So any entrance exam is required for that after the completion of the course? What are the entrance exams?
There is the Indian Maritime University. So this is the university, and they conduct the exams for the engines also, for the deck officers also, and for the catering department also. So first of all, you have to clear. It is a basic exam. It is a basically starting point. After clarifying that, then you will be selected for the next step. So those guys who are listening to me, I will recommend them to go through Indian Maritime University, DG Shipping of India. You go through these two websites and you will easily make out कि क्या, how thing happens and what you can choose for yourself. Yes.
And what are the hierarchy? You must officers. You are now. I don't know which position you're working, but there must be some officers hierarchy in the everywhere in our institute. Also, there is some hierarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
what is the exactly we would like to know about
Thank you.
the merchant navy hierarchy of
Yeah.
officers.
So it's like if I talk about the deck department,
Yeah.
we have a hierarchy starting from the cadet. If we are talking about the officers, first at the lowest hierarchy is a cadet.
Okay.
Then you give the exam, you get your license, then you become a third officer who is a navigation officer, and then you have another rank, second officer. Then you have got another rank, chief officer. For becoming chief officer, you have to again apply for the exams. You have to get your COC.
Oh.
And then once you become chief officer, you have to apply for your masters, which is the captain of the ship. And again you have to give the exams for that. So this is the deck department. And if I talk about the engine department, they have got engine cadet with them. Then they have got their fourth engineer, who is a licensed officer, I can say, licensed engineer. Then they have got third engineer. Then they have got second engineer, and then they have got chief engineer. And if I talk about the catering department, they have got the chief cook. Yeah, and they have got the messman. So these are the different ranks, and in addition to this, we have got ratings also on the ship. Like suppose if somebody's qualifications, satisfied those ranks, like so they have a rank starting from the duty trainee seaman, DTSM, and then next rank is a AB, able-bodied seaman. Then the next rank is a bosun. Like it's in let's talk about the army. Simplify करता हूँ मैं इसको.
Okay.
आर्मी में क्या होता है? आर्मी में ऑफिसर होते हैं लेफ्टिनेंट से, then they go to major, then they become captain. Similarly आर्मी में एक रैंक होता है नाइक, सोल्जर जो होते हैं, then they become हवलदार, then they become सुबेदार, then they become सुबेदार मेजर. So like this. So same here, officers and the ratings.
So accordingly, you have the badges, right?
Yeah, we have got the badges.
Yeah, can you give brief about badges?
Badges, like if I talk about the officer, there is a single stripe badge for the cadet. Once you become a third officer, you have got a diamond over here and a stripe. Once you become second officer, you have got one more stripe.
Yeah.
Now you have got two stripes and a diamond.
Diamond, yeah.
Then once you become chief officer, you have got three stripes and one diamond. Once you become master, you have got four stripes and diamond. Now you must be thinking only diamond is stationary, that the stripes are increasing. The importance of diamond is, once you become a third officer, you have to drive the ship. You have to navigate the ship. Once you become second officer, you have to do the same job. Once you are chief officer, you have the same job. You have to navigate the ship. And in fact, the master also has got the same responsibility. So it is for all the ranks, because the responsibility is the same.
Yeah.
Be it a third officer, second officer, or a chief officer, or a master, or a captain. So that responsibility is same. So diamond is stationary. It's there. Only yes, stripes increases.
Yeah. तो वो ऐसा हो गया ना, हीरा है सदा के लिए.
Exactly.
हीरा is सदा के लिए.
Exactly.
Yeah, jokes apart, but I will come down to again our next question. That is, there must be some terms and conditions when you join the merchant navy. Like you must be signing some bonds or some agreements. Like 6 months you're on ship, so that time you must be signing some bonds, right?
Yes.
According to your safety also and
we do.
company's safety also.
We do.
So what are the agreements or bonds you sign?
Basically, when we join the ship, it is a contract, 6-month contract period, and there are some legal definitions, and we have to comply with those. Like we sign, there are various policies sometimes of the companies, be it a drug and alcohol policy, be it a MARPOL, be it a safety of the ship. So when we sign these documents, when we sign these bonds, we make sure that we have understood the conditions and we will be abiding with them. We will be following them. We will not retaliate or something. We will not something, we will not do something which is not into this.
Yeah.
We will be just sticking to this, and we will be following the guidelines. So that is really important for an officer or an engineer or whoever is going to the sea, because there are certain rules and regulations in all around the world. This is not just India, or this is not just one country. The whole world is connected. So there is a body called International Maritime Organization, which is called IMO. So they have laid down some rules and regulations for all the countries. India, Europe, Germany, wherever, USA. So these rules and regulations are, I can say, equal for everyone. So according to that, only all the companies, they have designed their standards, they have kept the rules and regulations, and when you are joining the ship, you have to sign these documents there that you will be following these rules and regulations. So that is really important actually for any seafarer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've heard my friend was there in
Yes,
Navy.
yes,
He
yes.
couldn't marry in that period. So
Yes, yes.
and for marriage also he has to so many restrictions.
Yeah.
So according to your placement, they have to get married and take your wife also on sea.
On sea, yeah,
So
yeah.
that what are those conditions?
But I will tell you, like, sometimes what happens, you have joined the ship.
Yeah.
Suppose you have signed a contract for 6 months or 7 months. Now it is not necessary that you will be signing off or you will be coming back home in 6 months exactly.
Yeah.
It is very dynamic thing, because it totally depends upon the ship operations and where the ship is. Sometimes what happens, like you are in a port where the the sign off or the coming back from that port is not possible because of the various reasons can be there. So you cannot say like, I have a marriage on so and so date and I want to go home. But because, see, you cannot go because the requirements and the conditions and the situation has been like that you can go home in those situations. Nobody is somebody, or I can say nobody doesn't wants to, who doesn't wants to support other people. Everybody wants to support, okay, you are getting married, so you should go home on time. But some situations are unavoidable. We cannot do anything into that. So sometimes not a timely relief, you cannot come back home on time, and even if you are getting married, then you will have to postpone your marriage for sure. Now the second thing about the family, suppose you are already married and you want to take your wife on ship. It is really possible. You can talk to the company and they will design some whatever, they will fulfill the requirement, they will make the papers and whatever the paper requirement documentation part, and you can take your family on ship and they can enjoy.
And sometimes your parents are not well, so
Exactly.
if they are sick, you have to come down, or in some death in the family, then you have to rush down. So in that consequences, what can the officer do?
Office tries their best. Because these are situations where the person is deemed required. We cannot say that if somebody has died in his family, he is required. Definitely his presence is imminent. But as I told you earlier also, situation is sometimes like that. Visa nahi mil raha hai. The flights. If somebody reliever is not there. Flights are cancelled. The port restrictions are there. So उसमें तो वहाँ की जो बॉडी है, वहाँ की जो गवर्नमेंट है, वो भी हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगी क्योंकि सिचुएशन कुछ ऐसी है. तो उस टाइम पे सीफेरर्स का जो पेशेंस है वो काम आएगा. He has to understand that this is the situation and I cannot sign off. And this is practical thing. Some things we are not in our hands.
The next question would be there are natural calamities. Once you're in the sea, you're for at least for 6 months or whatever your period is there, that for continuous period you're in the sea. So there are natural calamities like tsunami ho gaya tha. So how you face that in your past 12 years of experience? Have you gone through such climatic conditions?
Definitely. You have raised a really good question.
It's a common question.
It's a very good question actually. I will tell you. Suppose I am on ship. And I'm departing from Mumbai. Okay. And I have a TRS, tropical revolving storm. Storm has stopped. Now I am in the port. तो मैं अभी पोर्ट पे हूँ और जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग सेफ्टी इन्फॉर्मेशन, वो
Yeah.
हमारे पास आ जाती पहले ही. सुनामी तो आएगा 10 दिन बाद, लेकिन उसका ब्रॉडकास्ट मेरे पास पहले ही आ
पहले आ
जाएगा.
जाएगा.
सो आई हैव नाउ, आई नो व्हाट इज द लोकेशन और उसका क्या, उसका जो एक कहते हैं कि ट्रैक है, वो किस ट्रैक से चल के आ रहा है. सो आई विल प्रिपेयर सच अ पैसेज प्लान. मान लीजिए मुझे मुंबई से जर्मनी जाना है, तो आई विल प्रिपेयर सच अ पैसेज प्लान विच विल अवॉइड दैट स्टॉर्म or tsunami for the safety of my ship,
Yeah.
for the safety of the environment,
Passengers,
which
yeah.
will work for every party, whoever is working, be it a charterer or owner of the ship. So we will prepare or amend our passage plan in such a way that we will avoid this problem which is called tsunami or
Yeah.
the storm. Because we have nowadays, the technology has been so
Yeah,
advanced. Our in this information about all these storms and all, we get in well advance कि भैया यहाँ पे अब ये problem होने वाली, यहाँ पे ये tsunami आने वाली है, so you guys keep well clear of this. So this is nowadays is really big thing. And पहले तो लोगों के पास इतनी टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं थी. Earlier people were used to, you know, just working on their practical knowledge and all, but nowadays everything has been digitized. Everything, all the information, broadcasts, you know, weather broadcasting is there.
Okay.
So we can make out कि यार something is going to wrong. So we will amend our passage in such a way कि we will avoid that storm easily.
Yeah.
And we can reach our destination safely.
Yeah. One part is of a storm, as you said. The other part is terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
exactly.
you can clarify how
Exactly.
you safety your side
Yeah.
also, and you're having the responsibility of the passengers who
Yes.
are boarding the ship. So
Exactly.
How you look upon that?
Exactly. You have raised a very good question again. I'm remembering this incidents which happened in the USA where you know the twin buildings were put
Yeah,
it down
okay.
by the terrorist attack. And after that incident, I will tell you, not just on the land things have changed, but in every sector, including shipping. We have been more cautious.
Yeah.
I will tell you, there are 3 levels of security on ship. Security level 1,
Yeah.
security level 2, security level 3. Now, the place or the country where this threat is very less, there will be security level 1.
Okay.
Let's talk about Europe or a Germany. I am in Germany port. I reach their port. The security level is 1. Security threat is very less.
Okay.
No problem. We are safe. Suppose I reach Pakistan. There will be security level 3 for sure.
Red alert area.
Red alert area. Definitely,
Okay.
definitely it's the red alert area. It's not just in Pakistan, but there are some other places
Countries
also
yeah.
where all these things can happen. So depending upon the situation, the governments already know. Like in India also, we already know कि कहाँ पे attack हो सकता है. Government को पहले से ही पता होता है. Our security agencies, they know already in well time. So accordingly, the countries or the government, they increase the security level of the port also. Because now we have a danger, you increase your security level. जैसे security level बढ़ जाता है, then ships people also become more vigilant. There will be more inspections, there will be more rounds around the ship. We have to be careful, there will be more watches, there will be more duties. You understand? And especially in the nights.
Yeah. Right.
So this is the importance of the ISPS, I want to tell you. And especially after this incidents which happened in the USA, that has totally changed the world. And I'm telling you one more thing, that even if something has, the security level suppose increases of some place, ऐसा नहीं है कि वहाँ पे लोगों की सेफ्टी या उनकी लाइफ को खतरा होगा. बिकॉज सिक्योरिटी लेवल बढ़ने का मतलब है कि वहाँ की भी जो फोर्सेस हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा विजिलेंट हो गई हैं और जो खतरा है वो बहुत कम हो जाएगा. बिकॉज दे विल इंक्रीज द their alertness or their ammunition, I can say. They will be more I can say attentive. So ऐसे में खतरे को हम we can easily avoid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now I would like to ask you,
Yeah.
now past 12 years you're onto ships. So what are the good experiences and of course the bad experiences you had? You travel almost all over the world. So can you share some experiences with our friends?
Yeah, definitely. See, if you are a person who likes to travel,
Yeah.
who likes sightseeing, I will tell you my experience. Like when I go to this sea, the most beautiful thing is like sunrise and sunset.
Wow.
That is so amazing. Like you keep staring at those things like for a few minutes, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you have lost your all the consciousness. You are so into it. So the people who like the natural beauties and the sunrises, sunsets, sea, for them the sea is like good thing.
Yeah.
And not just that, that is just one thing I have told you. And second thing, as I told you, like when we reach the port,
Yeah.
when we reach some country like Germany or Belgium or in north somewhere, so you can go ashore also. You can go and have a look at that country or the city.
Yeah.
How's the city? You can go outside, you can visit the various places, you can do whatever you want to do. You can have the food, local food.
Yeah.
You want to do some adventures, you can do the adventures over there.
And the heritage of the country.
And the heritage
Yeah.
of country, you want to do some kind of shopping, you can do the shopping, you know.
Yeah.
So this is the privilege basically of the merchant navy, because most of the jobs don't have got these privileges.
Right, you are really a lucky charm.
Thank you. Thank
that
you.
way.
Thank you.
And now I would like to ask you. We know we have many of us have not gone on ship. So what is exactly the structure of the ship that you can explain, like the boardroom or the
Yeah.
your entertainment
Yeah.
department? There are some floors in the ship. Like it is almost a 5-star hotel is developed on the ship.
Exactly.
So if could you share on that, we would be obliged.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, definitely. See, there are, as I told you initially, there are various kind of ships. Especially if I talk about the cruise ships.
Yeah.
They're like a moving 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
So once you board there, I'll tell you my personal experience of the cruise ship. So it was like I'm somewhere in a hotel, I think. So this doesn't look like to a ship to me, because I was on the bulk carriers, I was on the these cargo ships. They are totally different.
Yeah.
But once you are on this cruise ship, your life is totally changed. So, if you want to experience, you are here in India. There is some I can say the cruise ship line, which is a Cordelia shipping.
Yeah.
You can go personally and can explore the life over there. The cultural programs are happening over there, some kind of adventurous activities are happening over there, a nice food, a nice view. So for vacation purpose, cruise ship is a perfect ship.
Yeah.
And if I talk about the cargo ships, they are little bit different, not little bit, totally opposite. Because it is like made for the working environment. It is a working place. It is like your office.
Yeah.
Cruise ship, you cannot call it your office, but a cargo ship is your office.
Okay.
It's like your office. You have to come on time, you have to carry out your watches, you have to do your duties. It is like that.
Yeah. And one of the destination I would personally love to go is the Antarctica.
Antarctica, nice place.
So have you been there, and how is the experience? And when you go to the remote locations,
Exactly.
so how do you travel with the ship? Can you please explain on that?
Yeah, definitely. See, I never been to Antarctica, first of all.
Okay.
I never been there, but I've been to Norway
No, okay.
and I've been to Canada.
Achha, so you have seen the Northern Lights?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, I have seen the Northern Lights. Because I was in Norway and our ship was alongside, so I went out and it was an amazing experience actually. Because the whole night feels like, oh, there is no sunset. Still, so kind of, as you don't feel like it's a night, because so much of light around you, so much of day happening kind of thing.
Wow.
So it's a totally different experience. And when we talk about the lights, when we talk about, lights, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
your mood lights up. There is no doubt. And when we talk about the snow, especially you talk about the Antarctica. So it's all about snow.
Snow, yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to Norway, yeah, it was a winter's time and we
Okay.
had a lot of snow around. Even in fact, the sea also gets
Yeah. Frozen.
frozen.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different experience. In fact, on a ship also we have a good amount of ice, like 4 or 5 inches ice. So it is a really amazing
So how
experience.
do you travel in the passing the snow?
See, there are various levels of the snow.
Yeah.
If you have a light snow, you can easily travel through it.
Okay.
But sometimes what happens, the ice, the thickness of the ice is so huge that your vessel, your ship cannot break that ice.
Yeah.
Because we are not ice class vessels. And every those places have got their ice class ships. So what happens, suppose I arrive in Norway, before my ship, there will be an ice class vessel who is breaking the ice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all ice is separated for me, my way is clear.
Yeah.
Now I can go, now I can travel through that path. So it is like that.
You have icebergs also, right?
Yeah, sometimes we have, and we always want to avoid those icebergs. I've been to those places.
Yeah.
I have seen plenty of times, but we always want to avoid the icebergs from a wide margin, like 6-7 kilometers. We don't want to, you remember the story of Titanic? Huh?
Yeah.
So icebergs, yeah, definitely in the northern areas, it is very prevailing thing, and it is very, happening stuff over there. So we are always vigilant. We always have always the warnings on the ship, like in this location you have got the iceberg, so be careful. So in well advance, we plot the position of the iceberg on the charts, be it a ANC or like a normal paper chart, and we make sure like where we are with respect to this position. So accordingly, we avoid that place. So we never go to those places. Yeah.
It was a great experience. I almost thought that I'm already on ship. You gave a nice experience for me. Thank you so much for joining us on Acharya 90 FM.
Thank you for having me, and it was an amazing experience. And in fact, I have never given such kind of interview before.
Oh, really?
It was a really good experience for me. And you put it me on a very good. You put it out very nice questions actually, which I have never given answers somebody never asked on and all. So it was a good experience. Same here. In fact, it was a great experience. It was a great fun to have to talk to you. It was really, even I went on some journey. I was like, I'm somewhere in a living journey.
Yeah,
flashback to the
memories.
Yeah, you have taken me, navigated me through lots of things, and it was such a nice thing. I will say.
Definitely.
So thank you for having me, and it was a great experience.
Yeah, I again welcome you. You can come down anytime whenever you're there in India, in Mumbai. You can come down to Acharya 90 FM and share your thoughts or share your experience with us. So friends, today we had Ravi. He is a navigation officer. He is almost of my age, so I'm directly calling him Ravi. Sorry for that.
No, it's okay for me. Thank you. It's okay.
We'll be having a next guest in our next interview. So I'm signing off for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.